All right, I'm JuanDior,
I'm Tonio.
I'm Ethin.
and we are formerly the Republic, now known as T.H.E Worldwide.
Facts.
And
This
this is
is
the
the
talk
talk
of
of
the
the
day,
day with Detroit
Detroit
Bay.
Bay.
Detroit Bay.
Okay. So, my temporary emotions create a permanent moment. New low. This was a line from Ethan's verse on the track New Low. Um, Such a true statement. The overall premise of the song is to depict how you'll keep going in a downward cycle until you face yourself. Also, in each verse, the three talk about their own shortcomings. You all have a slight edginess when it comes to storytelling. Tell me about your creative process as individuals and how it all gets put together for the collaborative.
You want me to go?
Yeah, that
Um,
doesn't matter.
so for me, for my creative process, it's like if it's going to be a concept song or we already have some direction, then I just kind of hone in on that. But usually, like, well, when I listen to beats, like I can kind of hear the direction the beat goes and like the words and lyric wise. I don't want to sound like cliche, but like I can kind of hear the words before I even start to piece it together myself. So I guess you can just say it's like catching a vibe. Like once you feel it, you just automatically know what to say for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and as for me, I feel like it's the same process. If it's an individual project or individual song, then it depends on the instrumental for me. Like once I hear the beat, then I'm like, okay,
Okay.
I feel like I got a vibe. But
Okay.
yeah,
And for me, it all depends on the process because I do produce. So sometimes I come with the lyrics first, sometimes I come with the beat first. But for this song that you're talking about specifically, New Low, um, the concept is from the movie American Psycho.
Mm.
And he, in the movie, he had no regard for anybody. That, he just looked at everyone as beneath him.
Yeah.
And some people are that way in real life. They don't understand the concept of karma. So in this song here, we just went we created these characters and we went really extreme with how some people can be in this world without understanding the repercussions of their actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I noticed the disclaimer before at the beginning of the video.
yeah.
I watched the video too. Um, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. My Way Home really caught my attention. I like hearing Ethan sing, and the rawness of hearing laughter in the background gave us gave us a bit of an eye's view into how you all connect and relate to one another, almost reminiscent of a skit but unscripted. My Way Home uses a sample from Gil Scott Heron's track "Home Is Where the Hatred Is." What led you all to sample this?
Sampling this track specifically, it's on the Kanye album Late Registration, and Ethan came to me. This was a while ago, must have been early 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that he wanted to redo that, but he was gonna like rip it, tear it apart. So I wanted to use the sample, but have a different approach to it than the way Kanye took on the Late Registration album. So I created it, left room for it to breathe. I sent it to him, and Ethan writes so fast, especially when he catch a vibe like he was talking about earlier. He was like, "I got something, bro." That's what he had.
That's awesome. And you bring up Kanye, and that leads me to my next point. In a way, the album reminded me of J Dilla, Madlib, or Kanye. And obviously, have you all ever heard that from listeners?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Now that we're on the subject of beats, Do you know? I heard Tonio speak on doing beats for 10 years. Are you the producer for the group, or do you all outsource producers?
No, Juan's the producer.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was one.
yeah,
All right.
he's the producer. Yeah.
Awesome. So how long have you been doing beats?
So I started producing the summer after eighth grade. I downloaded production softwares, DJing softwares, and I just kind of started experimenting from there.
Okay, sweet. Um, what helps you choose your sound? Like, how do you decide how you're going to attack it vocally?
For all of us,
Yeah, like,
um, you mean the approach to the beat, like when we rapping?
yeah, like, what do you think of, like, what space do you get in to be able to write? Like, do you need a certain type of environment?
I
No.
guess it all just depends on how the beat sounds, because like they were saying earlier, like that's really what create the vibe and what direction you want to go in. You know.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I usually can like I write everywhere. Like I just be in the middle of a conversation and like
Something
words
like,
that pop, yeah, like in my head, and I just write it down. I write war rhymes like while I'm at work. I'm supposed to be working. I'm over here trying to write raps on my phone. So
okay. And I did catch that the freestyle on YouTube with the Dave Jizzle shows a couple years ago. I
oh
saw
for
y'all
real?
You
freestyle.
saw
Oh
that?
man,
Y'all did y'all
that's
thing.
crazy.
I can't
Appreciate
freestyle.
that. I
Y'all
was
much
just
better
watching
than
that.
Oh man,
y'all went for like minutes.
yeah.
That's a skill. So I hear so many layers to your beats and verses on the album. Very jazzy and nostalgic, but present in the same breath. Very versatile. When did you all start rapping? And what helped you develop your style rap-wise?
Um,
I'll go first.
go ahead, bro.
I've been rapping for about like 10 years, but it started to take it serious probably when I was like 16.
Mm.
Yeah. And as far as style, I feel like it's influence, like who you listen to, and then you would just grow as an artist, and you'll always be influenced, but you still develop into your own as you go. I would say.
Facts.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ethan.
for me, I've I don't know the exact age I started trying to rap, but I've always like had a deep passion for music since like I've been a little kid because my mom would have me listening to different things and just as I got older, like growing up around different people, I listened to all types of variety of music. But as far as like my style, I would when I first started, I really loved Biggie. So I
Mm.
mean that's still like that's the goat. So I feel like I got a cadence from him as
Mm.
far as like being able to stretch words or when to take breaths,
Mm.
and as far as like my flow, because I like to switch up my flow as much as I can on any beat. I feel like I learned a lot about that from like Lil Wayne, because
Mm-hmm.
Wayne can touch any track and flow on that boy like it's
For
his.
real.
Facts.
So those two are really like big inspirations to me, but I don't feel like I sound like them. I feel like I still have my own voice. That's what I'm like so happy
I agree.
about. But like those two are like the like it factors for me. I'm like, damn, if I can like rap like this and control my breathing and my like wordplay like Biggie, then you can't go wrong.
Right. They
So
were who
yeah,
you used for study.
yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
I agree with him 100%. As far as me, um, I've been rapping for a really long time too. I would say that we all been doing it forever. I mean, everybody wrote raps when it was in middle school and high school.
Yeah.
For
But
real.
we didn't really start taking it serious until, like Antonio said, about 16 years old, 15, 16. Um, and as far as my sound goes, I'm heavily influenced by Kanye. When it comes to production, his whole aesthetic, art wise, I'm very attracted to,
Yeah.
and you can probably hear that throughout the album.
Definitely.
Um, so from his rapping to his production, I mean, and I'm inspired by a lot of other MCs too. Like me and Ethan, our favorite rapper is Lil Wayne.
Mm.
So we got inspiration from all over the place. But listening to the project, you can still tell like, okay, this is like a fresh sound. All these voices sound fresh.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Only way I won't reach my goals in life is if I die. I was like, okay, like that's like such a powerful, impactful statement. Talk about
Yeah.
determination. I will say in those 14 tracks on your album, The Picture Show, you are giving variety. I mean, y'all sampled some classics that really can help people from most age groups want to listen to you, and I think that's important. Would you say that that is your goal overall, to connect with a wide range demographic?
Definitely.
For sure.
Just to like make good music in general, like something that you don't have to have a certain occasion to listen to. You can just like turn it on, or I mean, even if it is like that for you, because some songs just put you in the headset or give you just a certain energy or vibe. But the overall goal is to make something that anybody can enjoy.
Yeah, timeless.
Absolutely.
Music, for real.
Yeah, I think we execute that well. We can create. We fit well in almost any genre. You know, that creates a timeless artist. Everyone isn't capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think we all complement each other very well also, but the best part is like we all, even though we can all do the same thing, we all sound completely different, and we all have our strengths, and we all shine in our own way. So it's just dope that we can make everything mash together, even though we still have our individuality.
Yes,
Facts.
that's very rare. What is your preferred recording studio?
We actually recorded this at my old house, like in a bare room. Like I would get off of work. I worked at FedEx at the time, and I would like just get off of work, and we'd just record like constant.
Anywhere.
Like, yeah, for 2 months straight. We didn't been in like huge studios, but for the most part, I feel like at home it's just like better for us. It's like more comfortable.
Yeah, I would say the work ethic is a very vital component of doing music. I mean, really, just anything from a creative, entrepreneurial standpoint, because, I mean, all you have is you. So if you don't have the drive, then it's just going to die out.
Right.
For real.
Absolutely.
Where do you plan to take it with the music? What would you be satisfied with as creatives?
The best, that's what I would say. Like, just the best in the music industry when it comes to fashion. Mainly those two for me, and I know for Juan as well, and for Ethin, because I know he like one of the best lyricists I ever heard. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the trajectory, the direction that we going in is we are going to be unstoppable. As far as goals, that's such a subjective and wide question. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that it's like Antonio said, when it comes to fashion and music, I love fashion as well. We got our own clothing line. Like, I designed these hoodies right here.
They're nice. Y'all all matched up.
Got to. The unity.
It's just going to be a takeover. That's the easiest way to put it. It's going to be a takeover. I mean, we kind of, everyone in our team specializes in so many different things that, you know what I'm saying? It's like a new ASAP mob.
Yeah. It's like, for me, I always like kind of set like milestones on the way to like the big goal, and like one of them was for us to get like stars. You know how like you on Apple Music and you get stars by the song.
Yeah.
So we all got a star by our song, and I was like, you can't
By
tell me
individual
shit.
song.
You told me they gave it wrong one
Yeah,
time.
exactly. You get it wrong. Like that was something I really wanted, and I was happy for that. But I want to reach a point to where it's like I'm performing and I can rock with the crowd and not say shit, and they just know my lyrics and I can hear them saying them back. That's like
That's
a
priceless.
big goal for me.
Yeah, that's
Like,
for
honestly,
sure priceless.
I get chills thinking about that. Like that's what I want.
I hear you. I would definitely say that that's a sign of them being totally drawn into what you're doing and connected with you all as individuals, not just the music.
Yeah.
So I heard that you all went out of town to shoot a video. How did that go, and what track did you shoot the video to?
Okay.
It went good.
Okay.
That was to Guillotine when we were in Miami. We shot the video for that.
Okay.
2 videos.
And I was about to say, Deo. I can't even.
Dia de los Reyes.
Dia
We
de los
shot.
Reyes.
Yeah. So the song Guillotine and the song Dia de los Reyes is a 2-part song, and we went to Miami to shoot for it. Had some technical difficulties with some of the footage. We got to see if we can get it Like, what happened, Antonio?
So we got most of the footage, but it's just literally like one scene, but it's an important scene that's super vital to the music video because all our videos are like films almost, basically.
Yeah.
Like it got a cinematic feel. And yeah, one of our engineers, not engineers, I'm sorry, one of our videographers, Quan, he was supposed to be here today. He actually, his hard drive crashed.
Oh.
So he's just trying to see if he can get that scene back. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So
Other than that, it went great.
Yeah,
Right.
super fun too.
So essentially, you have to just reshoot some stuff out here or some other location you intend on doing.
Well,
it.
we're trying to just like, if we can, we want to just recover the footage because we had like good backgrounds. Like it was just a total like different scenic feel for what we were going for to match the video. And you know, palm trees and everything. You can't get that in the D.
That's a
But
fact.
For real.
Being native Detroiters, how do you perceive the music scene? We often hear how hard it can be to break out in your hometown, and most get discouraged due to this. What ways do you maintain momentum?
Who gonna go first?
the music scene here, the music is dope. Like you can't say that we not doing numbers right now because everybody want to listen to a Detroit artist right now. The one thing that I would say about Detroit music though is you can get used to hearing one type of sound. So what we do is really we bring a different diversity to it. Like we all grew up from Detroit. Like we all know how things are. Like you got to know how to move in order to survive in Detroit for real.
That's a fact.
So like we got that aspect, but we're individuals. So we have our own stories. You know, like everybody can't make bad music. You know, like even if you've done that, that may not just be your lane. And you got to let your music kind of tell your story. So I think all the music here is dope. Like we got a lot of talented artists, like people that slept on that really are cold.
Yeah.
But for us, it's just like we definitely, I would say, we have a different sound than the natural Detroit music that you're gonna be used to hearing.
I agree.
I think it sets us apart though in a positive way. Like, cause we can hang with anybody. Bars is bars. If you can rap, you can rap.
That's
And
that.
Facts.
I know we all can.
You kind of
So-
took all the words out my mouth. That was everything I was
Yeah,
gonna
me
say.
too.
Okay, good. Okay, what ways do you maintain your momentum?
Maintaining the momentum is consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that we are doing right now is focusing in on this project and just creating more content from the project. I would consider this right here as more content for the project. You know, in the music videos, we got more merch and everything coming soon. So momentum is all about how consistent you are and taking advantage of Instagram and things of that nature. And we've been consistent. You know, Antonio and I got quite a few songs out, but with this project here, it's more of a different approach to how we go, you know, keep things going.
Okay, sounds good. What are some beneficial ways you gained and maintain listeners? What's your mode
Gain
of
and maintain
outreach?
listeners.
What's your mode of outreach?
Honestly, I'm kind of like, I straight slide in your DM, like, check this out.
Okay.
I go directly to the person, and I mean, I feel you can post it, but like send it directly to somebody doesn't hurt. And I just feel like that's a quicker way to like reach people. But I'm sorry, can you ask the question again? Because I feel like I'm.
Nah, you on track, bro.
Yeah, you definitely on track.
You said it
want me
right.
to-
You said it right. It's about building a connection with the people that pay attention to you the most. So the people that DM me the most about the music, I pay attention to those ones. Like I send it to everybody, but you want to know how to have them same people coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you build a connection with them, send them some stuff first, whatever you got to do, because they the ones that really care. They the ones that spend the money. They the ones that come to the shows.
Right.
You know.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
My mind went blank.
This next question, I didn't know about the name change, so I have to adjust the question. Let's talk about the name T.H.E Worldwide, you said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so talk about the name. Obviously,
So,
each letter T.H.E represents each of you's first initial of your name.
oh no.
No.
No? Okay, scratch that.
It kind of,
You
Yeah,
good.
if you
low
think
key.
about it, almost.
You
But
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
close.
can see why someone would think that. But it originated. So I started that name back when we were in high school, senior year. Teaching honesty everlasting. I wanted to start like a group that had like artists, but not just music artists, like people that do a little bit of everything. And some of them same people not here no more. The ones that really matter is the ones that's in this interview right now. But it just stood for how I feel about life. Teaching, honesty, everlasting. That's what we do as friends. We like brothers at this point, but that's how our relationship is. We keep it real with each other. We always provide knowledge to each other, and it's just a beautiful environment what we have together. And recently, the name change was more so because we want like a more universal feel. The Republic, that's been around since high school. It's cool, but you hear so many things with that name. It's bands with that name.
Yeah, we
It's
had One
labeled.
Republic, yeah.
It's labels with that name, and we just wanted something more universal. And we are universal when it comes to the music, the fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like T.H.E Worldwide had like a little ring to it.
It does.
For sure.
Okay. How long have you all known each other?
I've known Juan since middle school. What grade did? It was like probably 6th or 7th grade. No, 8th grade.
Eighth grade. I met Ethan in eighth grade,
Yeah.
and I've known Antonio since I was 10.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
So
it's been a minute.
I met Tone my freshman year of high school. So
That was freshman?
yeah.
So a number of years now.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah,
this, so
locked
at this, yeah, at this point, y'all kind of like family.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
family for sure, yeah.
Groups have a historic taboo that there'll be problems and eventually break up. What are some of the things that help you all maintain the partnership and continue to do good business together?
I feel like the most important thing is the fact that we are family first. Some people come together. I got a history of being in bands. I used to play guitar in a couple different rock bands. And the dynamic that I had with some of the people in the bands, it was just weird because some of the people I wasn't even really friends with. With us, we actually close outside of entertainment.
Right.
And I think that's very important.
Yeah.
And communication, I feel like, is also very important because we've had our times where we bump heads about certain things, but like we bros, like we can come to each other and talk about how we feel about certain things and express how we feel, and it helps.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say like we honestly just keep everything up front because when they getting on my nerves, I'll be like, y'all getting on my nerves.
And I say that too.
And that's what it is. Like, and then we just like even while we were making the album, like if we all had like a way we wanted to do something, like we just came to a common basis. Like it's not that deep. Like it's like how you said it's really all family first between everything. So we really can just talk everything out amongst ourselves instead of like having like a petty argument or something or holding back feelings just to blow up later. Nah, like let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
So it's all about the mentality and just being mature.
Yes.
Exactly. Fair and mature.
Yeah. So the picture show released August 14th of this year. Is there more music in the works? And if so, when should we expect it?
It's definitely music in the works, but this is gonna get pushed for a second. So
yeah,
I'm going to give you a
date
TBD.
Okay.
To be determined.
Yeah,
But
we all got mad songs. We
We are.
stay working. We all record. Or Ethan record like just going to the gym. Like we all got mad records, but this is the main priority right now. We spent like a full year on this, and it's so much great content on here to just let wither away. So, we're gonna be pushing this for a while, like he said.
Makes sense to me. Okay. I want you all to tell me your personal definitions of success.
Okay, starting where?
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
My personal definition of success to me is true happiness. If you can obtain and acquire happiness through doing the things that you love to do and surrounding yourself with the people that you love, to me, that's already success. I don't have the typical mindset when, people equate that to cars or having a certain amount of money by a certain age or things of that nature. To me, that shit can come and go depending on how you hold on to it. But true success is being happy, doing what it is you love, and having loved ones around that you love. And it's that simple.
Yeah.
And as simple as it is, it go over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I would say the exact same thing, literally. That's exactly what I was about to say. Because I feel like, now we just get caught up in a world where, like, materialistic things or, like, things that we can touch matter when, at the end of the day, we all die the same. We all, like, have the same blood. Like, none of that should really matter. So, like, it's just having value and true happiness at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's really simple. We make it way more complex.
Yeah, we just get caught up in life, I feel like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, if you can just learn to, like, truly appreciate small things, like, your life can be so much better. But, see, it's hard to define success. It's just, like, it is. Because, like, man.
I agree.
Like, how everybody say, like, real happiness and just being able, I feel like, if you can really profit from what you feel passion from, that's success. Like, success could be anything for anybody. It could be, like, a kid trying to, like, learn how to read. That's success for them once they actually pick up a book and can read it by themselves.
It can literally be situation based.
Yeah, it can be situation based. It can be incentive based. It can be anything. Whatever you pull your joy from, I feel like is what success is for you.
I'd agree.
Well said, my G.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Very good way to close out the interview. But I want to ask, do you all have any closing comments? For any new listeners or people who are your followers and fans?
Follow me on the gram.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna get to that. Shout out to social media.
I'm ETHIN with 2 underscores.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Oh, my Instagram is 247 Tonio on Instagram.
Okay.
And my Instagram is at JuanDior, JuanDior, the number 1. And follow our team page is T.H.E Worldwide 1.
Okay.
On Instagram.
And the YouTube.
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 We got mad videos out there.
Yeah, I did see that, but y'all don't have a collaborative page.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all on our videographers
just
page.
type y'all in as your individual names, and you should
song
find
titles, the individual names, whatever.
Yeah,
YouTube.
All right, well, I didn't mean to throw that out there. Okay, so this is the talk of the day with Detroit Babes signing out. Thanks for your time.
Super dope.